All right. Think about your last fight. Everybody is thinking. How much of it was ego and how much of it was actual reasonable hurt? Think about your last fight. How much of it was ego and how much of it was actual reasonable hurt?
When was our last fight, Shiro? Just check your journal or diary. Imagine Leon and he tests 6:30.
An actual fight that we've had because of the season we've been through.
Yeah.
So I can't remember. But anyway, for any fight, the one that comes to mind, what was?
How much of it was ego and how much of it was actual reasonable hurt?
I think it was a mix of both. Okay. Your heart, and so it piles up, the words, everything, the anger, it piles up, and then now you're like, you can't speak to me that way, you feel a need to protect yourself, so I think it was a mix of both.
Got it.
Yeah, heart and ego.
Most of the times when we are fighting and the ego is involved, is where I feel like, why can't she also accept
that she's wrong?
So sometimes I try, even the argument or the fight, I'm just coining it to get that. To
bring her to say sorry.
Yeah, to get that. To bring
now I know why those arguments never end up anywhere.
Yeah.
There's an end in mind.
Yeah.
Interesting. Moji, I'm curious to hear from you.
Like the last argument.
How much of it was ego and how much of it was actual reasonable hurt?
Like whichever fight you can
remember.
Like
the last fight
even
you
if
guys
it's
remember.
Not last.
Oh, I think the last one was full ego. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'd love to.
Work on 90%, eh?
Is it too personal?
On whose side?
I don't know. You'd be the judge.
Oh, okay. I think I'm like you. I really line them so T can just apologize. Because by the time Moji says, by the way, I am sorry, it's not that he takes a long time to say it, is that it's such a, we've gone to Nax, we've gone to Coast, we've come back.
Really?
Yeah, because Moji doesn't look like the kind
Moji
not
takes
to say
long
sorry.
to apologize.
Lakini nyote mnaona nikiompole sana, si ndio?
Sana. Kumbe kwa nyumba
Good
kwa nyumba
PR.
unakonga ukiro tu.
Good PR. I'm trusting God for him.
But
also, let me also give the truth, also disclaimer, is that I also struggle with saying sorry so quickly.
Yeah.
So when the two of those marry, can you see the drama? It's hell on earth. Yeah.
Do I struggle to tell you sorry, Shiro?
I think there are days you're ready to go at it. There are days you have the energy, you have the time. You have the
commitment,
ability. It's like let's take it there. You're ready to go there.
Thanks for that feedback. Sometimes it's just good to collect feedback from your partner.
Do you think I am?
Like, you are what?
I put my pride aside, my ego aside, and say I'm sorry.
I think after the fight is done, yeah. But during the fight, I feel like that's like your strongest weapon. It's like the nuclear code.
That I won't say sorry.
I always, I find it hard for you to say that you say sorry.
Well, let me explain it to you now. I like to understand what I've done wrong. And sometimes maybe that understanding takes a bit of time because of how maybe you're explaining it. You see, like now you're saying in the middle of an argument, you always have an end in sight. So you already the
now
ending of the argument.
You're using this to coin a narrative.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing, media.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing on that front page.
Yeah.
No, but genuinely, I just like to understand what I've done wrong. Like, I want to rationalize it in my mind. I don't want to say sorry for the sake of saying sorry.
Yeah.
I want to know, okay, this is where you went wrong. I want to ask all possible questions. And I'm sorry that usually hurts.
So, okay, what do you want? Like, you see, cheap. Nikuja na mapicha, Nikole, so this was Thursday, 4:15, and this is you. And then I have witnesses. Okay, kujeni.
I'm just saying I like to understand.
Okay.
Interesting. The next part of the question, I think we've answered it already. In general, in your experience, have you ever found that your egos prolong fights? I think that has
answered it. Yeah.
But completely.
Yeah. Good. All right, Moji. With your
Right.
composition.
Nachukua kubwa.
Ego love.
Tuweke teleprompter.
Ego love means that you do not truly love the person, but love more what the person gives to you. And the moment that is taken away, there is no more to be gained from that relationship if there is nothing in exchange. Ego love is not selfless because there are usually conditions attached or control of possession to it. Ego love is based on conditions and expectations. It says, I love you to the extent that you love me in return. I will not love you if you decide you do not love or want to be with me, as I have conditioned our dynamic to be. Ego love also tends to have strings attached. Authentic love. I think this is attached to another question. Authentic love.
Oh, it's the kind of the types of egos that were. You remember that question?
Yeah.
Ego love. Yeah.
Do you want to touch it? Do you want to touch it so that you start
Is
from
it
that
the
question?
same Barack? No, it's not.
Oh, oopsie.
I think this is not
Too
a
messy.
question.
Director.
It's just a statement, but what I know, maybe it was idea mahali. Authentic love. Authentic love, in contrast, is selfless. It does not involve possession, rather a sense of admiration for the person without wanting to change or control anything about them, but rather share and contribute to their life. This means that you wish them happiness, even if that happiness does not involve you. Reaching authentic love takes practice, patience, and self-love.
You wish them happiness even if that happiness doesn't involve you.
Yeah, imagine.
That's a strong statement.
Okay, wana.
That's authentic love. That's authentic love. Okay. So do you feel like sometimes, like even with Shiro before that, or do we feel like the ego love and the authentic love in a mix?
So it's like, even in terms of arguments, it's like where you can do something.
To throw off your
It's
partner.
not an authentic thing for you, but you're doing it off to throw off your partner.
Yeah.
So for example, like there are times we'd fight inside the car. And Mimi, naongeza tu volume ya music.
You want to give them that story?
That's
When
where,
you were fighting. Go there.
That's where I'm going.
Okay. No, just give them as it is.
Okay. So like the other day, we were arguing. We had a small disagreement, It was a very small...
It was about time.
It was about time, as in?
Like you were late. Like we were to leave at 9. I think we left at 9:30.
Okay.
No. It was 9:30.
Maybe 9:20, I think.
No, it was around 9:10, 9:12 there. But you was furious, like 10 minutes, it's like we had missed a flight,
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, me, I want peace today. So I started listening to music, started listening to worship, because sometimes when man tests you, you look to heaven. So me, I'm listening to worship, I'm just listening. So I even put loud music. So it's like she's trying to talk in the background. She realizes that I can't hear her really well. I know the loud music is pissing her off. So she also removes my music and she puts whatever music she wants to listen. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I also increase the volume to that. And then it gets to a point where she feels like that's not irritating me enough. So you see the way on car radio, you can put AM. There's normally FM and AM.
Yes.
So she puts AM. So AM is just so loud, like the car is just...
Yes.
I return to music. When she sees that I'm still not pissed enough, she puts AM. So tulikam na hiyo AM. Sasa pia mimi ikafika mahali kasema, okay, you want to put AM, so you put AM, but mimi sitashindwa nikibishana na wewe.
So only drive that uncomfortable.
By the way, we drove like that for like 30 minutes.
Psycho!
And the volume was so loud, like...
I can imagine how you were driving in that point.
No, I was actually very calm because I'm trying to act
love.
composed.
So it doesn't throw her off.
No, so that it pisses her off.
Okay.
So that she sees that, these things are not working.
Okay.
And then she increases the volume. And it was just so bad, man. Like, I think my ears were buzzing after that, like... Are you proud of yourself?
I mean, not my finest moments, but...
A win's a win.
A win's a win.
Yeah, so I felt like that was... That was
a case of ego love on both sides.
Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me.
No, that your inability to rise above it and say, like, this is...
Shiro, let's stop this nonsense.
Yeah, and let's just put FM or just like... Because what happened is, what Ben is conveniently not saying, of course...
I forgot.
Is that when we put FM, I tried to lower the volume. He said he'll only hear it when the volume is up. So you know how he likes listening to loud music. They like to listen to loud music. So I said, okay, fine. If you want to listen to on this kind of level, I will put AM and keep up the same energy. So listen to my choice in the same volume.
You're talking as if it's something so creative you did, something so
like,
nice.
I'm
It's
actually
like,
so impressed.
it's like you
not
sealed
my
them.
finest moments.
Hey, the whole time. Hey,
I
man.
said I'm not proud of myself.
So AM has what? Indian music?
Nothing.
No,
It's
AM is
just-
that sound.
What the heck? That's so uncomfortable even for the two of you.
Like hata ukitusikia wisdom tunakuwa na podcast ya relationship.
Anyway,
not my finest moment.
Ni kama kale kare noise kakulala.
Nakajua.
I'm sorry, Ben.
Good job.
Thank you.
Wow.
I've forgiven you.
Hey,
yes,
hey.
Moji.
Guess the sorry will never come from that.
Ego love.
A situation. Give us an example.
An example.
Where okay, an example of, let's say, something that Nyawira does when you guys have had a disagreement that she does just to piss you off.
Well,
She just does it to irritate you and to piss you off. Nyawira, I suggest you just look at the camera or look this way.
Okay, I'll look this side. I won't look at him.
she'll not ask for help.
And that will piss you off?
Yeah.
Because ni mzigo atabeba vitu kwa kichwa, ava ingine kwa shingo, afungilie ingine kwa kiuno. Like she'll not ask for help. Like I'll be like, surely
Or like she's trying to prove a point.
Sasa ukianguka kwa stairs, sasa
But that will piss you off.
It will piss me off because what are you trying sasa?
It wouldn't.
Umeamua kubeba mizigo kwa kichwa peke yako? Na kupanda stairs nikiwa kwa TikTok bana.
But neither kwenye, like you see, the thing is how you mkiopoa, this is how you know your partner is. You know what you help her in and whatever. So she'll not ask for help, and she'll literally do all those things. Apo
Just to piss you.
Apo yani kunionesha, by the way unajua nini? I'm gonna die alone. I'm gonna do this without you.
Okay.
So
Such a terrible thing.
Ile sasa nitakuwa tu like sasa this is because now again after the whole fight has died down, but itakuwa like yani you really kama kuna ngombe juice.
Yeah, tuambie.
So the other day, I'm in a place. I've gone to an interview. This interview was in a hotel, like just a recording like this. And these guys gave me. So I was supposed to eat there. You know, those around okay, so after the interview, there's food. Like the way you assume to pay chakula, but the joy don't pay nanga chakula.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Thank you.
Good interview.
it's really like one serving for Moji. So me, I carry that serving to the house. Me and her were mad at each other. So I'm like, nikianza kukula hii food hapa peke yangu, itakanika najitegemea.
You have to remember the disclaimer there is that it was one serving.
It was one serving. Ilikuwa
What did
kidogo,
you do,
but ilikuwa
Moji?
food tamu sana. So nikafikiria kidogo. Nikamwambia, "By the way, niaje nimekamna food hapo utadishi?" Akasema zini nitakula asubuhi.
He ate it all.
Asubuhi ni wewe. Again.
And at that time you were not talking. You had the
Your central.
Oh, there was tension.
So ameamka asubuhi anaenda kutafuta kambuzi, juu kalikuwa kananukisha nyumba. Chakula kitu. Lakini sasa watu wamenikasirikia. So hizi niambia kama 2 days later. Yani that day you really ate that food.
such a small thing.
So the ego here was.
Na ulikula hivi tu.
Before me, I asked her so that I can set her up. So that ikifika nikuja nikakula.
Yeah.
And he ate so loudly.
Pia, when she was hard in the morning, she couldn't tell me. So she was so hard. She was like, you really ate that food?
Because I woke
Then
up
why
knowing
did
that's
you
what I'm
ask me
gonna
about
eat.
Tembuzi.
For breakfast. I was like, where is it? Then the container is still there. Moji.
What
Ego
about you?
love.
Is there something that Moji does when you guys are not okay that he just does to piss you off?
I don't think he does it to piss me off, but I think it pisses me off. I don't know whether he does it to piss me off. Is that when I'm angry at you, I want you to commit yourself to feeling the emotion of anger. I don't want to see you in the studio. Suddenly, that's when 6 a.m. You're uko, whoa, I'm having the time of my life. You should be angry with me. So that really throws me off. Like, this guy has no emotion. He doesn't
Nataka
care.
niko productive. Nataka nikae home nikiwa sad.
Hey! Moji will go to the studio. He'll even post a creative video. It's like...
Do you know what my book starts with? Misery loves company. Misery loves company. So wewe unataka Moji akujoin kwa hiyo. Moji akujoin kwa hiyo nonsense.
Misery!
Wewe kizungu kwani ulisoma wapi?
Egyptians are like, yeah, join the chat.
Misery.
Or it's like when we fight with Shiro or when we have a disagreement and I'm just going to play PlayStation and that pisses that pisses
So you know.
off. Yeah.
They all do.
Because you know that gives me so much peace to play.
No, sasa, now in whatever, the second part of authentic love, they said is that where you want the person to
be happy.
To be happy even when you're not involved in it. So sometimes, even when you're mad, let the person go to studio.
Yeah.
Let the person.
If you actually, by the way, that's
let the person go to. Mimi naonanga tukikosana na Nyashi hivi ndio anakuanga wa kwanza kuview stories zangu. Nikaa nakuanga tu hapo.
Akisearch Moji shot baba.
Anakuanga any story
What's he up to?
views. Nyashi is wa kwanza. Because ako like hiki kifala najua kimeenda studio.
Kifala.
In your experience, have you found that egos affect more male interactions or relationships than female relationships? Does ego affect more male or more female?
More female.
Justify. Hapa ukuje tu
How many
kusema hivyo
marks?
for.
I feel like I don't feel like the relationships that I've had, men relationships, are egocentric. Like, I don't think pride is normally there. But for women, I always feel like a small thing can tick off, can blow up to be such a big thing, and the friendship will end. And these guys knew each other from Sunday school. Najiwaza? Yeah, so yeah, I'd say more female friendships are more affected by ego. And that's by data, actually. Scientist, S-A-Y.
Scientist.
Yeah, scientist.
But I think also, well, I agree, disagree kidogo. Because I think men, like, I think women sometimes can put down their ego and talk about their issues more. I think men's...
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because I think men's egos, they're like, me na joke kuna wanaweza kaa hivi, but they'll never have. Like, you'll find men are in such... a man in a egocentric circle to the point that he's dying, but he can't...
Yeah.
For help.
He can't ask for help.
They can't talk it out.
Yeah,
That's
that's
They can't
true.
talk it out. So like when they meet,
thanks.
it's all about stroking each other egos. Some people just before tumbele. So I find like men sometimes, not all men, but men sometimes can.
Because I always find it interesting how sometimes ladies can have a conversation to talk about
How you hurt me.
How you hurt me.
Yeah.
I would never. I don't think I would do that. Well, maybe that's toxic, but it's just awkward.
It's not natural
doing
for
it
you.
with a guy like I think you hurt me
Yeah.
like this.
In fact, we actually naliambia uko na umama.
Like-
Uko na umama sana.
Yeah,
Like you-
so for ladies, I think they can do that more. So yeah, I think it is the men.
Yeah, the men are very. I think men ideally God vile aliwaumba tu aliweka ego ndani yao.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think ndo moto unakuwaga na hiyo whatever. So in fact you find kuna msemo mwenye anaweza kuwa kwa relationship yenye akona wanaume wako na bigger egos, anaweza kuwa crash mbaya.
Yeah.
But huyo boys ako crash, yani kabla survive kutoka hapo inabidi mumpeleke kama therapist. Kwa therapy sessions na nini. So lazima uwe strong kidogo.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Therapist wanne back to back, unaanza asubuhi, then unaenda mid, then afternoon.
I think so. I think I
lunch.
agree with Moji. I think
Yeah.
for male
Nyawira?
interactions.
I know, I agree completely.
You agree as well?
Completely.
Thank you.
That man is wise.
Okay. Have you lied about a relationship fact as a result of your ego? Lying here could mean not disclosing to your friends about dating someone, hitting on someone undercover, not wanting to look like the one who has been broken up with.
Me, I've been very open about it.
Yeah, no.
Ben? Moji?
Yeah, I feel like it's heavy on you.
Yeah.
Not disclosing your friends about dating someone. Of course, I have lied for the sake of ego. Hey, those men were gonna finish me.
Of course, Ben.
Of course, you can't be dumped and just go tell your boys.
Ambia
Like
ukweli,
that. You know, mwambie ngao dem hata nilimwambia mimi asiwahi ni text.
Sasa hiyo ni wewe ulimwambia guy. Aki babe.
Are you sure this is over?
I think if it has happened, if it hasn't happened to you as a man, like actually you've seen guys in your circles,
Yeah.
like lie about
Agreed.
certain. My
Agreed.
friends
Like,
were used to
mean.
happen all the time, eh?
Yeah.
But anadem baadaye anasema zii, mimi nilikata huyo jamaa. Huyo
Yeah.
jamaa sasa hiyo amekuja amemwambia, unajua mimi
Mimi si unajua spend your pussy.
Yeah, I think for men it happens more.
So you've never lied?
No. Because when our hearts are broken, maybe me when I'm hurt or like I feel offended, I have to tell you about what this person is and who they are and what they've done. So
Yeah.
imagine if I didn't tell you from the onset, it's so weird to introduce you that way to the person.
No, but sometimes people can hide the information. In terms of protecting your own ego, is that you can hide the information about, like if you are, I don't know,
Like the details of it.
yeah, like you talk about,
Like I'd have a friend, sorry to cut you short, Moji,
Yeah.
who would like when he's in front of us, he's like, hey Maze, you know this chick man keeps insisting we go out for dinner. Hey, I'm like, yo man, Alejandro, life must be so easy. But when you also dig deeper, this guy has literally been trying to nag this chick for so long.
For a dinner date.
Yeah, but in front of us, everybody just puts an ego. So we used to be like a group of guys who were just inflated by ego, but we are not really telling.
With no girls.
We used to have girls. What do you mean? No girls?
Yeah.
Ego, yeah.
Ego. Interesting.
Nyasho,
Okay.
down to the last two.
last question.
Oh, we're on to the last two.
Yeah.
I told you guys when you guys come here to this show, like I always feel like the time moves so quickly.
Oh. Papa.
Time goes by when you're having fun.
Oh man. So lazima nitoi blazer.
That's what's going to be happening on the 4th. But how?
Lazima nitoi
That's
have a
question
blazing
number?
blazer.
Question number?
7.
7. I think this is 5, so let me read 5. Maybe 7 is more conclusive.
In fact, 7 is completion, so it's even better.
Yeah, so
For the apostles watching.
What are we doing here?
and on the
Go ahead,
7th day,
Moji.
God rested. So, do you find egos attractive? If so, what elements of your partner's ego do you find attractive? Do you think your partner finds ego attractive?
Go ahead. I'm curious to hear you.
Than me. Do you find egos attractive? If you're too, no, not really.
No?
The bad kind of ego.
The bad kind of ego, no. Like, because for me, I'm just like, sometimes let's put it aside and deal with issues.
Yeah.
Like, if you need to apologize. If you need to, at what, like, for me, I'm like, the point where it needs to be put aside, let it put aside. So I don't find them really attractive. In fact, it can repulse me. Number 2, second part of the question.
Repulse.
If so, what elements of your partner's ego do you find attractive? If so, do you think your partner finds ego attractive? Do I think my partner finds ego attractive? Not the bad side of the ego, but she wants...
And what's that bad side of the ego?
Bad side of the ego?
And what's the good side?
Proud. I think it's almost like...
Arrogance,
Yeah.
high-nosed behavior, talking down on other people.
Yeah.
That's a bad side of ego.
Because I like that ego side of 10 where like you can't carry her for idiots. Like I really
You can't carry her?
Idiots.
Like always in bebo fala.
Sasa wewe tumeingia mpaka Jamaica wewe.
Kingston bana.
Shaggy.
Subscribe mute them. Hata msifanye ni rap hapa verse moja ya patwa. Timbabile tinta we. So
Benny Banton.
Benny Banton.
Oh, that's your new name, Benny Banton. Benny Banton is ever blazing, eh?
That's how he started the show. Ever blessing, ever blessing.
He's on a mission.
So because of them.
There's a share opinion. So, yeah, I think I find it attractive. Sometimes it's also annoying especially when now you need her to put it aside so that she can maybe, let's say, apologize or something. Yeah.
But mimi najua kuna siku nilikuwa karibu nilikuwa nafikiria kusamea mtu just on that point ya Shiro alikuwa text every morning. Moji, do not forgive that guy.
And she stays committed on such things.
Every day.
That can be the first thing she's texting you
Hi
about.
Moji, how you doing? I hope you woke up very well. Do not look back, Moji. Do not. Like Shiro would do that.
This
She
is
did
the
that for like
best
a month. After I made that. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I know.
And look at you now. You didn't turn back. You didn't turn
Don't go
back.
deep. Don't go deep.
Shiro?
There are certain elements of your ego that I find attractive, like your ability to, how you just esteem yourself, you know. Also, people can carry you for idiot, Ben, which I really like.
Tuko hivi. Ona ile mimi ya Spider-Man.
But I also don't like, sometimes pride gets the best of all of us. And by all of us, I mean the 4 of us, okay?
We're all human.
It's not just unique to one
This
person.
thing is not personal.
This thing is not
It's not
personal, by
personal.
the way. But God is working on all of us. Not just on one person, on all of us.
Wise woman. Nyawira.
Elements of Moji's ego that I find attractive. Like when he comes out, like I find that very,
Like when he
very,
fights back?
Yeah,
Like,
like I think there's a time.
We bana.
No, like I'm trying to think if I shared it with him. I think there's a time someone said something wrong about me, or I had information about it, and he became so angry, and I was so happy. I was like, yeah,
Yes.
Moji, get angry with me.
Sika.
Let's go.
Marisa, yeah.
By the time we got home, I was so lucky God. What I do? What are you doing, my guy? Stick to the angry side of
Nataka nipigie magun twende.
Hey, pick our sick. No, or I remember one time we went for an industry event. And I mean, it's not my natural industry space. And so I think when we were leaving, Moji grabbed my hand and began, and for everybody who knows, Moji's PDA level is near none. So I was like, Aya,
Sasa?
hey,
I like this,
who's
you.
this guy holding my hand in public?
Let's
I was
go.
like, wow. So I look like a little damn. I like being a damsel in distress sometimes for that. Do I like it? The question was, do I like it when I show it? When?
Like, Do you find egos attractive?
Yours?
If so, what elements of your partner's ego do you find attractive?
Okay.
Yeah. And do you think your partner finds ego attractive?
Moji doesn't find ego attractive in any way. In fact, I feel like he feels like sometimes you're being very disrespectful. You're pushing it. Just calm down. Don't do too much.
Relax.
Don't say too much. Sometimes, like, I feel the urge sometimes to speak up, and I can either see his eyes looking at me and telling me, calm down, or he hits my leg.
I would see Moji
Yeah,
too.
like
Yeah,
doing
Moji does that. Moji has that.
Tulia,
Moji is all about world peace.
You were really chaotic.
All about this world peace
throw your hands up.
nonsense. You know, it has to come. War is
I
what
think
brings
so
peace.
too. So I know in some meetings we go for, and I'll always see him looking at me like, yeah, you're gonna be quiet. You're gonna be, and I can tell what he means. So
And you just keep your mouth.
and I just keep quiet, and you say in the car, "Mbona ulinyamazisha na hiyo kitu ningesema hapo." So
Okay.
yeah.
Last question.
Question.
Oh, pride comes before fall.
Aye, aye.
In your relationship experience, have you ever seen your partner experience or leave this out, that pride comes before a fall?
In this relationship? No. No. I can't remember even in any other.
Yeah. Oh, really a good coach, huh? You?
Pride comes before fall. Experience it in this relationship. No, I'm just trying to imagine a situation where she will try to be this, like she can do something, so she's avoiding my help, and then she just messes it up completely.
Yeah.
Can't remember, but I'm sure they are there.
Unataka kukumbuka that one situation.
Eh.
Hata mimi najaribu kukumbuka
Yeye
because
nikajiambia,
kuna time Nyasha
kula
anajifanya
kiburi
Nyasha
yako.
kuna time anajifanya huko kwa nyumba kwa nyundo na nini.
And you
fail.
push it.
then it fails. That's the scenario I'm trying to remember.
Hata mimi nataka kukumbuka story but it happened mara moja sana. Niko like just chill. Tulia, wacha mambo mingi wewe.
I don't think there's any.
Yeah. Anyway.
For me.
Oh, yes, can faint. Yeah, pride. The day that she fainted.
Are we on the same team?
Pride came before fall.
And that morning I was going for
She actually fell.
Guys, thank you, man.
No.
How are you guys feeling on a scale of 1 to 10?
with regard to the conversation.
Yeah.
I think it's a great
He
conversation.
takes feedback nowadays.
Oh, why? This is so
No,
random.
it's for joy. We also gonna.
Kwani
ask
how
you.
long have you been here? Tumekaa bila kuja mpaka umechange man.
We do that all the time. We are all about wellness for our guests. We
Get
care
out
about
of
you.
here. I think on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm good. I'm at 10. Today, after this conversation, I'm at an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moji?
How I feel like mentally.
Yeah, I'm so shocked
So
about
it's
your
really how
wellness. Doctor
nimeuliza-
feelings.
nimeuliza swali ufala na bado tu mnajibu moja. Okay, so financially, mentally, kana politically.
Kind of politically. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you had fun. We had fun in this
Nikuulize
conversation.
Ben ako na hizi koti kala ngapi?
Achana na huyo, hata hiyo anabuff sana, hiyo ni yangu
Mzee
sasa.
imeacha kunitoshea bwana.
Hii ni the last day anaivaa.
Oh, anainua tumawe.
Sana.
So thank
But
you guys.
congratulations guys. First time recording kwa the new
The
studio.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, actually, that's true.
Yeah, so
Well done.
God.
congratulations.
God
guys.
and Impala Furnitures also really came through.
Impala Furniture.
Shout out.
Yeah.
But great.
Shishi.
That's family. That's
We
family.
love you. We love the growth. And we love that we can see it.
Yeah.
you, guys.
Thank
Yeah.
you guys. You've walked with us this journey.
We've held your hand.
Seen the highs, seen the lows.
Yeah.
Understand.
You know we started Ben Psycho days. Ben Psycho podcast days.
Can you Psycho
Those were-
podcast?
No,
Those are
the
the lows.
cameraman.
Those were the lows.
And now look at us.
Look at
And we're not even at our peak.
Oh my
It's in
gosh.
God
Can't
good.
wait.
It's in
Can't
God
wait.
good.
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Let's meet at Mount Kenya University later on in the day. And tomorrow, let's meet at Mo University, Eldoret. God bless you. Have a blessed week.